Summer is almost over, which means fall fun is soon to come. And today we have Emily Ward, Tour and Program Coordinator for the Ximenez-Fatio House, to tell us about some of their fun fall events. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, this is really cool. So I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing this correct. Is it Aviles Street Festival?
Yeah, Aviles, whichever rolls off the tongue the best for you.
Well, thank you for being nice about that. So tell us about that festival.
Yeah, so that festival, it's kind of a little festival on the street. So galleries will be open, we'll have some food, we'll have a little art market in our courtyard. We'll have some different events and entertainment going on in the courtyard as well, kind of just celebrating St. Augustine Spanish history.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. And then, of course, you have the St. Augustine Book Festival coming up.
Yeah, so that's another free event. Aviles Fest is a free community event. The Book Festival is a free community event. That will have some local authors, all with stories about St. Augustine, pretty much pre-Florida statehood. We're trying to do this to kick off next year's the semi-quincentennial. It's the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
So kind of to focus on early American history and stuff to kick off before 2026 rolls in.
Wow. All right. And then Mortality and Mourning Women in Black. What is that?
Yes, that's probably one of our favorite events that we do of the year. Those are our October nighttime tours. So October, spooky season, everyone's looking to do something spooky or scary. We happen to have a 227-year-old house. So we let people go in the house at night, and the tour walks you through different cultures in St. Augustine, what their death practices were, their mourning rituals. This year we're focusing Women in Black, so we're focusing a little bit more on the mourning traditions that women had to uphold in that time. So looking at these different cultures, the different spiritualism and everything, and looking at how that related to women in that time period.
Interesting.
So that'll be our spooky tour.
And then this also sounds interesting and a little spooky, paranormal investigations?
Yes, so we have paranormal investigations. Those we usually do almost once a month. We have those pretty consistently throughout the year, but in October we do something really special where we do an overnight paranormal. Yeah, so the normal paranormals are only about 3 hours. They're from 9 p.m. to about midnight.
Oh my gosh.
But in October you can be in the house from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and then what makes your October tours stand out? Other than that, I think that sounds really cool.
So I think ours stand out. They're very authentic. I think a lot of times when I hear about October tours and Halloween tours, it's a lot of ghost stories and made up stories and jump scares.
Cheesy, yeah.
Yeah, we always say history is scary enough.
That's a good point.
With all the war and death and illness and everything that people were experiencing, it's scary enough. So we try and focus on the real history with that, and we found that then all of our guests relate to it. It's all things, grief and mourning and death, and these people, what they were experiencing in the past is still what people are experiencing today. And then with our paranormals, kind of going on the same note of wanting to keep it authentic, we work with another company, the Odd Macabre. They have paranormal investigators who come in, they bring their equipment, but the investigation is kind of guided by them, but it's really up to the visitor's experience. What they experience is really up to themselves. So there's no one standing behind a curtain pulling things and making stuff jump out at you.
Right, that's nice, because a lot of people don't like that. All right, so how do we book these events?
So if you go to our website, which is Ximenez-Fatiohouse.org, that is probably the best way to book. If anyone has questions about booking, they can always call us at the museum. But the website is going to have all the information on all the different tours, all the different activities, and then that'll have all the booking as well.
Okay, wonderful. And proceeds for this obviously helping the house too. So that's really cool. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a fun fall. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, fun and informative, and we'll be right back.